Yo, what's happening? This is your boy, Deveron D. Dennis. Welcome back to another episode of Talk That Talk. This week, I'm here by myself, but that's okay. I know how to hold this down by myself, all right? But grown man, that's what I do, all right? So check it out. First and foremost, I'm gonna talk about my weekend, man. It was Easter weekend. I'm not really religious, but, you know, I'm black, so most of my family is religious. I went home. We had a block party, all that good stuff. Got to spend time with the family and whatnot. Didn't start no arguments this year. I don't like to be that guy to be like, why Easter got a different date every year. I don't want to do that, okay? I want everybody to have a good time while they at the crib, okay? What else did I do this weekend? Spent some time with my son. That was amazing. I hadn't seen my son in a while, so I was glad to go home, spend some time with him. Let's see. That's about it. So let's get into this pop culture shit, see what's all happening right now in pop culture. So, not too long ago, Black China. Let's talk about her. She was at Six Flags and she got into a fight because somebody just came up and touched one of her kids. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I don't really support anything that Black China does. Okay, I don't like the way her booty look. I think she look like a pimple that somebody needs to bust. All right, I just think that's how her ass look. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. All right, that's just how I feel about her booty. However, in this particular instance, I gotta say, I'm on Black China's side. You don't walk up and just touch nobody's kids, fam. I'm sorry. Like, I got a son. Don't walk up and touch him. I'm probably going to hit you in the face. I am wondering why the fuck her security didn't do anything about this, though. Like, the way she played Rob, she should have enough money to have security. Like, the Kardashians definitely got the money to give to her to have security. Like, I don't understand this. I also don't like the fact that she walking around with, like, a 19-year-old. But, you know, that's a story for another day. I'm just going to let y'all have it, all right? Black China, again, I don't really fuck with everything you do, but in this particular instance, you were right. Don't touch nobody's goddamn kids. That is a reason to get your ass beat, okay? Now, what else happened? Speaking of getting asses beat, Fabulous. He not so fabulous right now. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm really kind of pissed at Fabulous. I'm just gonna be honest with you. For those of you who don't know, over the weekend, video came out of Fabulous yelling at his the mother of his kids and her father, and he seemed to have some type of sharp object in his hand, and court documents say that he hit her so hard that he knocked her teeth out. Fuck him. That's just, I don't even know. Hit her in the face 7 times? My producer just told me he hit her in the face 7 times. What kind of shit? I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't respect that whatsoever. Like, there's nothing to defend. There's nothing to. I don't want to hear, unless she had a gun to her babies. That's the only reason I can imagine him having to hit her or having a gun to him. That's the only scenario that pops into my mind. Like, I'm gonna hit you 7 times. If you hit me, I'm probably gonna push you off of me, and I'm just gonna leave. Okay. My pop told me that, yo, if you think you gotta hit a lady, just walk away. If you get to that point, just leave. Now, she got a bat or something, do what you got to do to get yourself up out of there, and again, just walk away. Because at the end of the day, you still not going to look good. I'm praying for the young lady, Emily, man. I hate that she had to go through this. I hate that those kids are going through this, man. I can only imagine the type of shit that's going on in their mind right now. I don't even know how long this could have been, like, taking place. Again, also, fuck all you niggas that's trying to come up with excuses for Fab, like we don't know what she did. Again, unless that girl had a gun to that nigga head, I don't want to hear that shit. She ain't have a gun to the baby's heads. I don't want to hear it. Fuck him. Like, there's not. And again, I like Fabulous. Like, Fabulous and Jadakiss just came out with a banging album. I can't listen to that album no more. I just can't. I'm be honest with you. I can't listen to the album. The Into You song, dope song. Can't Let You Go song, dope song. Now that I think about it, Can't Let You Go is probably a bad name for a song right now for Fabulous. I'm gonna be real with you. I just when you see shit like that, it makes you worry about your own kids. Cause like I said, her father was there. I'm gonna be honest with you. Nigga was gonna have to shoot me behind my baby. I'm sorry. We just, in the words of Ray Gibson, we were just gonna be some shut up motherfuckers around that bitch. You're not finna do that with my baby. I promise you. You'd have got popped. I'm sorry. That's just the way that it is. You're not going to come at my baby and think that, yo, shit just going to be cool. Like, it's one thing if I didn't know all this shit was going on, but nigga, I'm a witness to everything right now. Nah, fuck that. Hey, bro, my man Taxstone used to have a saying that said, when two lines go together, what did he say? When two lines approach each other, one of them going to have to die. And that's just the way that I feel. Like, you're not going to come after my baby and think the shit just going to go off like that. I'm sorry. I just can't imagine. I can't imagine me seen you threaten my baby. I just can't imagine it. Like, I witnessed you threaten my baby and you walk away from it. All right, yeah. Nah. And again, I don't know why the father didn't do that. I'm not gonna say that he was wrong for what he did. I'm just saying it couldn't have been me. Shit would have got rid. Then you could hear the babies in the video screaming. They sound terrified. They're afraid. Like, again, imagine the trauma that these kids are gonna have to deal with because of this shit right here. Like, this is ridiculous. I'm gonna be honest with you. For those of you who can still, I'm a person that says separate the art from the artist. Like, I still watch the Bill Cosby Show, even though Bill Cosby is a piece of shit. I still watch the Cosby Show because I think that show has done tremendous things for the black community. I can't look at nothing that Fab has done that makes me go, he's done tremendous. Like, he probably has done like charity work or some shit like that, and God bless him. I'm quite sure that those people that he's helped appreciate it. But at the exact same time, I can't fuck with you on that level no more. You know, I just can't. Because it's just music. I can find another rapper. It was hard to find a TV show like The Cosby Show or like A Different World. So, yeah, I can separate the art from the artist. Like, it depends on what the art is and who the artist is. That's the way that I get down with the separating the art from the artist type of situation. So, again, with that being said, fuck Fab, fuck anybody that like him. I ain't gonna lie to you. If you rocking with Fab after this, bro, I'm looking at you sideways. Like, if you no, not if you rocking with Fab. I don't want to say if you rocking with Fab. I want to say if you trying to defend Fab, fuck you. Like, that's all I can say. I don't really give a fuck about your feelings about it. Pull up. That's how I feel. Fuck it. Now, with that being said, let's move on to an interesting post that I seen from Huffington Post. They were talking about The Rock, and apparently The Rock deals with depression. Now, this kind of hit home for me because for those of you who don't know, I suffer from depression. I have depressive episodes. I go through shit. And before I dive into like my story and my transgressions with depression, I want to talk about like what The Rock said. So I'm gonna read it from the Huffington Post, and I'm gonna try to have my producer put the actual article in the show notes. So if y'all want to read it, y'all can. But let's just see. So yeah, it says Justin, 45, said that when he was just 15 years old, his mother Ada attempted suicide right in front of him. He said that to this day, his mother does not remember trying to kill herself. Now they're quoting The Rock. She got out of the car on Interstate 65 in Nashville and walked into oncoming traffic. I grabbed her and put her back onto the gravel shoulder of the road. I can imagine how that would traumatize anybody. Like, your mom tried to kill herself in front of you. He goes on to say that we both have healed, but we always have got to pay attention to when other people are in pain. We have to help them through it and remind them that they are not alone. Let's see. Is there anything else I want to read from this? Let's see. Okay, yeah. This was very important to me. He was responding to, like, I think it was a tweet. He said, "Hey man, I get it. We all go through a sludge and shit. Stay strong and make sure that you are talking to good people about it. Us men have a tendency to hold it in. No shame in getting help and wanting to be better." All right, now, with that being said, let's just take all that in and let's talk about depression and what I've gone through when it comes to, like, depression and shit. Because I know in the black community, we don't really believe in depression. We believe in, like, praying it away, shit like that. For those of you, again, I'm not religious, but I do believe in the power of prayer. I believe in all that. However, I'm also of the belief that faith without work is dead. So when you say pray it away, don't shun the answers that God can give you when it comes to depression, okay? Like, for me, I think I first started to get depressed around, let's say, I want to say about the 10th grade. At this point in my life, I had been through a very traumatic experience. Very, very traumatic experience. Let's see. The family that raised me died. Like, not my mother and stuff like that. My mama used to work, like, long nights and shit, so I would stay with my godmother. And let's see, my godmother died. Her mother died. Her father died. And her grandmother died. All in a span of, like, 3 years. Like, by the time, none of them got to see me go to prom. That's what I remember me thinking, like, damn, like, none of them seen me in this tux. Like, I was fly as shit. Nobody, like, the people that raised me up to this point didn't get to see me in this tux. So, at that point, I started to act out. Like, I started to do a lot of crazy shit. I started to smoke, started to drink. I started getting in trouble in school. Like I was on top of that. Let me hold on real quick. When I was in school, I was also the superintendent's son. So like there was just an immense amount of pressure on me anyway, and I'm the type of person to do what I want to do. I'm gonna be my own man. I've always been that way, even back then. So I think those two things just started to like coincide. I think they kind of just bounced off of one another. Like, okay, cool. I'm gonna do all this shit. One, to prove a point to him, and because at that time I was looking for attention that I didn't know that I was looking for. Again, I spent majority of my life in this house, and everybody in the house had died. So that was like a lot to go through. I didn't know why I was having like sex. The sex shit didn't start till I got to college. Like I was just running through women. Like to this day, I don't like to have the body count conversation because I don't know what it is. I don't even know if it's high or low. I just be like, I've had a lot of sex. Like that's all I can say. Like I don't remember a lot of the girls that I've had sex with, and it's not nothing I'm proud of. I'm just saying that's a fact. Like the other day, I seen a chick. I think I was at like a job fair or something like that, and she was like waving at me. She was trying to come up and talk, and I was like, "Who the hell are you?" Like I felt. It was like stranger danger. Like I didn't know why the hell she was like. I had forgot all about it. I was trying to talk to my boys about it, and they was like, "Yo, bro, yeah, this is such and such." And I was like, "Oh shit!" Like I just had forgot. Those were my ways of dealing with depression then. But after a while, salute to my boy Dez. Dez sat me down, and he was like, "Yo, bro, you are like a multifaceted person. You are like super talented, but there's a lot that comes with you." And he used this analogy that I never forget. He was like, "Yo, man, you are like a mansion. It's like 20 different rooms in your house, but you want to give people access to your living room and your bathroom. That's it. They get to use the living room and the bathroom. They'll never see all this other stuff that comes along with you being you, right?" So when he said that, I was like, shit, I don't want, because I didn't think about it. I never thought about why I was doing all the shit that I was doing. That was just the way of life for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just what it was for me. And then once he brought that to my attention, I was like, shit, he right. Because, like, there are parts of me that I only share in the privacy of my head. Like, I didn't at that time share, like, a lot of shit. So what I did was I went to therapy. Turns out that I suffer from anxiety and depression. Like, I remember them saying that I had like manipulative ways and shit like that. And I never thought about like none of this shit. Like I didn't think about none of the shit that I used to do. I just thought that everything I was doing was cool. And plus, on top of all that, I was also raised in the black community where toxic masculinity kind of took over, hyper masculinity took over. So I didn't know that I was manipulating women and shit like that. So it took like, I want to say about 2-3 years of me just going, okay, cool. I got to unlearn all of this bullshit that I've told myself that I need to cope, right? And depression is a bitch. Like, what depression looks like, for me, at that time, depression just looked like, again, me just reaching out for attention or me just being out in a shell to myself, me not wanting to speak to nobody, me just wanting to be left the fuck alone, which I'm an introvert anyway, so that's a part of who it is, but it was like way unhealthy for me to do what I was doing at the time. Like I didn't want to deal with nobody, and if I fucked with you, it was just off okay, we about to smoke together, we about to drink together, we about to have sex. Those were my relationships with people for a while. But once I got to depression, once I got to therapy, they started to help me find like healthy coping mechanisms, because my depression doesn't go away. I still have episodes, but now instead of me smoking weed, I go work out, something like that. I work out. I watch TV, which I don't do too much because they told me that could be unhealthy too. Like we can fall into this thing called escapism, where you don't want to deal with the reality of your situation. You just are just in the TV. Like that's all you care about is just watching TV. Like you don't want to deal with the reality of the world. You don't want to. Sometimes you'll forget to eat. Sometimes you'll forget to bathe. Like you just dive into the TV. But what they told me to do was, okay, like if you see yourself diving into a depressive episode, fine, because I would find like funny shit to watch. Anything funny. Try to find something that can uplift your spirits. Like I don't like to watch like sad, because when you watch sad shows, it just makes you sad. That was like just watch something that'll uplift you. Watch something that you can really like an action, anything like that, something like that. That has some type of adrenaline or something going, and that way to get you up, and get you back doing what you got to do. Because you can't stay in the house all day. You got bills, you got kids. You got to come up out of this episode sooner or later. What else? I started taking my stand-up I started taking stand-up a lot more seriously than I was at the time. It's something about being up on that stage that lets me just, all of those thoughts that I said that will get locked in my mind, that was my way of letting them out. Like through stand-up, through writing poetry, through or just listening to music. I would dive into music and just, that'll bring me out of an episode. What else? Playing video games. I gotta tell you about this time I was like super depressed. This is what I did. I bullshit you not, right? I was sitting at the crib and I was, Ed Sheeran album had just came out. I think it was Divide album, right? I'm sitting at the crib and I'm playing the game. I'm like, you know what? I got to get these emotions up out of me. I'm feeling something, and I don't know what the fuck it is that I'm feeling, and I was just trying to shy away from it, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to run straight into the emotions and just get it out, right? So I turned on Ed Sheeran. I'm playing Tomb Raider, what is it? The Tomb Raider edition for PlayStation 4, right? I'm playing Tomb Raider, and out of nowhere, I'm on this level of the game where there's like 20 people coming at me, right? So I got to kill all 20 people, and I'm listening to Ed Sheeran in the back of my mind. He's singing his ass off, so I know I just start crying. I'm crying and killing people at the exact... That was the most relaxing shit I had ever... To this day, I haven't had an episode where I was like, you know what? This worked completely. Like everything else, it works a little bit. That right there, to cry and play the game at the same time, was the most relaxing and the biggest relief that I could have ever got out of anything. Jesus Christ. No, but I say it to say this, man. If you find yourself in a depressive episode, what the rock is saying is right, especially to the black men out there. Like, if I got black men listening to this, I want you to understand there's nothing wrong with asking for help. Like, my boys are the reason why I kept progressing. Like, I could talk to them like, yo, bro. I remember one time I was like, I text my boy Torn, and I was like, yo, bro, if it wasn't for my baby, bro, I just clock out. And that nigga called me immediately. He was like, nigga, what you trying to do? What you talking about? And I was like, I ain't talking about suicide. I just dip. He was like, what the fuck you mean dip? I was like, bro, I just don't want to put up with shit no more. He was like, yo, bro, sit your ass down. Let's figure this shit out. That's exactly what he did off the rip. My homeboy E was the same way. Like, I remember I cried in front of E one time just because, like, depression had just got to me. I didn't know what the fuck to do with it. You need those people in your circle that you can turn to when you have these episodes. And I'm not gonna lie, everybody isn't that person. There are different people that play different roles in your life. To be honest with you, I'm not that person when you in the deepest part of depression. I'm not that person. I'm that person that want to be like, all right, bro, what you need me to do? What all we got to do? Once you ready to start working towards getting out of your depressive state, I'm the person that you hit for that type of shit. When you up in there, you talking about, I ain't the person to tell you that I understand, because in my mind, excuse me, in my mind, I think I'm enabling you some way, so I don't want to be that person, even though I know I'm not. I just don't want to be the person that sounds like that they are going to enable you when you are going through shit like that. Let's see, what else did I want to talk about depression? I want to talk about being the person that has it. It's dangerous, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. That entire time where I was talking about, like, what were my coping mechanisms, that's when I wouldn't say suicidal, but I was also, I just didn't care whether or not I lived or died. Like, I just didn't care. Like, the only thing, again, at that point in my life, if I hadn't had a baby, I probably would have committed suicide. But at that point in my life, I had my baby, and I had, like, those things just helped me, like, okay, cool, just keep on going. If you're in that state right now where you know you have unhealthy coping mechanisms, you know that you just drink yourself, you try to drink yourself out, you smoke. Like, if you're not smoking weed recreationally, you're not drinking recreationally, ask for the help. Again, text me, tweet me. I don't care. I would tell you that, yo, bro, I can send you in the direction of somebody. I can give you the hotline link, even though I've never used it. They are supposed to be able to help you with it, whatever it is. I tell you the reasons why your life is still great. That's all you need sometimes when you're dealing with depression, to understand the reasons why your life is still great. At some point, I'm gonna try to get like my therapist to come in here. I want to do like a therapist episode where like it's not even me talking to y'all, it's just me talking with my therapist about like all my problems and shit like that. And y'all get to see like what therapy is like, and you can see like why it's so helpful. Why does it? Why that? Excuse me, my bad. I just lost my train of thought. But why it's so helpful? Why it's so important, and why we need to get rid of the stigma that comes along with therapy. Because I understand that people think that therapy is like rich white people shit. Nah, black people go through shit. Black people go through a lot more. If you let me tell you, black people go through more shit than white people could ever imagine. Like, you got to remember, our people were brought over here on boats and were slaves. You got to think about that. Our people were hung. Our people were killed. Our people are still being killed right now by the police. We see shit every fucking day that fucks our mental up. There's nothing wrong with going to talk to somebody about how to deal with that. There's also medication. I ain't gonna lie. I don't like the medication because the medication they had me on, I can feel no emotions. Like, I don't like that shit. They say that they got simpler doses and shit, but I can't fuck with that. I'm gonna be honest with you. I can't, because I'm an artist. I need to be able to feel every emotion that I go through, whether it be anger, happiness, sadness, jealousy. I don't give a fuck. I want to be able to feel it. Like, I remember I took that pill. I couldn't even feel fear. Like, that's how crazy. I was scared. Like, I wanted to be scared, but my mind wouldn't allow me to be scared. Like, you understand how crazy that shit sounds? But that's exactly how it was. So with that being said, I just want to say again, if you're dealing with any of these types of things, I want you to try to reach out to somebody. Just tell a friend if you don't think your parents understand, because it's easy for your parents to tell you to just pray about it. Here's the thing about prayer: God will probably show you a sign, but because of the stigma this therapy has, you won't even take that sign. So talk to a friend about it. Try to go get some therapy. Try some of the shit that I told y'all about. Try to do anything to get you up out of that state. I don't give a fuck what it is. That's why I do stand up. I understand that you don't know what's going on in people's head. When I started telling people about all the shit that used to go on in my head, they didn't get it. They was like, bro, you seem so happy. You was always laughing, all this. You never know what somebody's going through. So that's exactly why I do stand up. Because most comics, we all get 5 minutes. And in that 5 minutes, it is my job to take you out of whatever state you're in and make you happy. You're going to, as long as I can make you laugh in that 5 minutes, I don't know how I can change your world, but that's what I want to do, okay? Now, shit. Okay, shit got deep. I ain't mean to get deep, but it is what it is. This episode is going to be a little bit short because I got a show that I'm about to go do. So, excuse me. One, I thank y'all for listening. Two, if you haven't already, I want y'all to go follow me on all social media websites. That's Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, all of them the same. Twitter, they all the same thing. Just call me D, JUSDCALLM3D. Let's see, what else? This week, I'm going to try to see if I can get us up on more platforms. One, because we're on our 5th episode, and my favorite number is 5. So I think I'm ready to put us up on more platforms. And if we get up on more platforms, please rate the show. Like, if you think I'm trash, tell me. If you think I'm great, tell me. I don't really give a fuck. Just rate the show. Let us know what you think of it. What am I into this week? This week, I am into... Right now, I'm watching Naruto. After Christian gave me that suggestion to come watch Naruto. And with all that filler, the shit is great. Like, I'm rewatching it from the beginning. Shit is great right now. So I'm loving Naruto. I finally saw Guardians of the Galaxy. It was trash the first go around I was trying to watch it. But this time, I saw it the second time. I was like, okay, this is decent. I got to watch Guardians of the Galaxy 2, and then I'll be ready for the Avengers. Because y'all know I am stupid excited for these goddamn Avengers, okay? Jesus Christ. They got Spider-Man and his Scarlet. Never mind. That's not what we had to talk about. But anyway, I am super excited for the Avengers. What else am I doing? What books? Hold on. I got a book. Hold on. I do have a book that I'm reading. I got to put it up real quick. I'm no longer arguing with people if the earth is flat, though. I'm done with that. That part of my life was over with. Let's see here. What book? Let's get to the library. I am reading... What is it? Put Your Intuition to Work by Lynn A. Robinson. It's a self-help book. I love self-help books, and I'm trying to figure out, like, if I'm missing opportunities by not trusting my gut instinct and shit. So I'm trying to figure out, like, in this book, it's supposed to tell me these things. Like, that's the book that is right up next. I just finished The Southern Art of Not Giving a Fuck. It's amazing. But in this book, that's what they're supposed to help me with, like, how to trust my gut instinct and shit like that. Let's see. I guess the next TV show I'm gonna watch is On My Block. Everybody tell me this is great. My girl watched it without me, so I'm kind of pissed about that. Like, ain't that some fuck shit? Like, when your girl watches a Netflix show without you, like, that shit don't piss y'all off. Like, you know that we watch Netflix together. The only thing that we don't watch together is anime because she don't like that shit. Other than that, we watch everything the fucking together. But you know what? Fuck it. She be all right. Let's see. I don't know. Oh, shit. Music I'm listening to. Music I'm listening to is The Weeknd's new album. What's the name of the album? You know the name of the album? Shit, what's the name of the album? I know it's something about Melancholy, but I gotta get it right. I've been excited. I've been waiting on this album for forever. My Dear Melancholy. I'm listening to that. And I'm also listening to Hear My Dear. I'm gonna compare the both of those albums, and then when I come back next week, I can tell you about, like, how times have changed and how people deal with breakups and stuff like that and heartbreak. I want to talk about that next week. But I think that's all right. Have I covered everything? All right, cool. Now, with that being said, man, no matter what you do, be true to you. My name is D. You can be whatever you want to be. We up out of here. Peace.